पैसा 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 सबसे बड़ा रुपया। शुक्र पैसा दे जाएगा। वीनस विल गिव मी मनी, ऑल द मनी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। रॉन्ग, नॉनसेंस। Depending on how Venus is placed, you may get the money, the gold, the property, or the spouse. But it's not always positive. Just like for Jupiter. As I said in the video 6 days back, Jupiter is not always positive. It depends on your placement of Jupiter. Similarly, the same rule applies for Venus. It's not like just because it's Venus, many people think this, oh, Shukra hai, Shukra to acha hi hota hai, it's Venus, Venus is always good. No, you'll be misled. So today we will discuss how Venus can trouble you because of your own bad karma, of course. Not that Venus is randomly creating trouble, and some timeless remedies that you can do to improve your Venus or at least to stay protected from a bad Venus. All right. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him for personalized horoscope consultations. You can always go down to my website. You will find it down in the description section. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you have made it so far. And don't forget to subscribe to Exotic Astrology if you haven't subscribed already. Now, what is Venus? Venus is the natural significator of marriage, love, relationships, comforts, luxuries, perfumes, fine dining, and what else? Sexuality. All right. So, and of course, it signifies the wife in a man's horoscope and can also signify sisters. Nowadays, it also signifies, yeah, spouse. You can say it is also indicating girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whoever. Okay. So, why Venus is very important? See, what Venus represents, you need to understand. Not all this, these are the official things, but Venus represents things that you don't need actually. You can stay without. But having them in your life makes life worth living. It improves the quality of your life. That's all. Venus is not a necessary planet for survival. You don't need Venus. Okay. But if you have, it's good. If you don't have, bad. But you won't die if tomorrow there's no Venus. There will be no death. Okay. Now, having known what is Venus, you need to understand that if Venus represents things that you actually don't need but you want, then it means all the troubles that Venus can cause is more at a mental level rather than in reality, because you suffer more in your mental realm because you think you need certain things. In reality, you may not need. So that means whatever we are going to discuss today is more a problem with your imagination rather than your reality. Okay. So the first way Venus can be problematic if you have these placements is certainly for your marriage. And again, we are not only going to discuss Venus. We will discuss so many other things, house placements, charts, this, that, so that you actually know. So first thing is, of course, it's classic. If Venus itself, himself or herself, is badly placed, then there can be issues in your marriage, provided the overall chart supports. Now, what kind of bad placements can Venus be in? So, for example, if Venus is your Lagna Lord, which means if you are a Taurus or a Libra Lagna, and Venus as the first Lord is placed in 6th, 8th, or 12th in the Bhav Chalit chart, then you know this is problematic. Because why? Because this shows inherently there can be some problems with the Venusian elements, which means there could be problems with the pancreas because the first house has to deal with the body, right? And especially for a male, if this is there, then the male can have weakness while semen is discharged. So after having sex with his partner, he may feel like, oh, my bones are crushing, crashing. Okay, I'm not able to be normal. It takes 2 3 days. If that is there in a man's chart, may not be always. If the trines are strong, it will reduce, but in general it can happen. So therefore, if you have this placement and you are a man, you should, after the age of 25, around when you want to get married, you should do some tests with the doctor. There could be problems like erectile dysfunction. There could be other problems. And even if you are a woman with this placement, like, Taurus, Libra, Lagna with Venus, Lagna Lord badly placed in Dustana houses, you should do some checkup of your uterus. Yeah, anything which has to do with reproduction, it has to be checked for both male and female, irrespective of your gender. Why? Because generally people nowadays get married after 25. So if you have any problems, then it is essential that your future partner, your prospect rather, knows about it. Otherwise, it is not good to keep them in darkness, because after marriage, if they see you have problems in that area, it can wreak havoc in your marriage, and also in most of the cases it will end up in a divorce. Okay. Now, having said that, apart from that, if along with your Venus, if Jupiter is also badly placed, then this can certainly wreak havoc with your uh, metabolic system, metabolic disease. There could be problems with your pancreas. Venus represents the pancreas, pancreatic juice, and also that means you may be very vulnerable to diabetes. So you have to reduce your carbohydrates and white sugars, and you have to do some fasting, as they say, intermittent fasting, all this. Okay. So now you know what kind of problems this can create if the Lagna is involved. Okay. Along with Lagna, bad Jupiter, diabetes, very high probability. Okay. Number two, if Venus is associated with the second house. Okay. Second house means Venus is in the second lord but afflicted by malefics. Or Venus is the lord of the second house. And there are problems. Second lord in debility or Dustana houses placed in 6, 8, 12, or badly afflicted by Mars, Saturn, combust, Rahu, Ketu. So then your choice of food will be very bad. Not will be, but the probability is very high, especially if Rahu is involved, 100%, like gone. So you will eat anything, anywhere, anytime. You will, you may have terrible food habits. Terrible means the choice of food and the choice of time also of eating may be terrible. Okay. So now, if you have this, what to do? You have to regulate. That's the only remedy. But it's not easy for you to regulate. I understand. So either you regulate when you eat or what you eat. At least one you have to regulate, right? Now, apart from this, if the third house is also involved, then it can mean that there are problems with sexuality also, which means, yes, you may have unnatural sexual desires which are not sanctioned by the scriptures, because third house is the house of prostitution, multiple sexual relationships, one night stands, everything comes under the third house. Now, most importantly, if Venus is associated with the sixth, and somehow Venus also links with the seventh, which means, suppose Venus is the sixth lord sitting in the seventh, or Venus is the sixth lord sitting with the seventh lord somewhere in anywhere in the horoscope, then this can mean that there is lack of sexual happiness in the marriage to some extent during that planet's dasha. Okay. Not always, but during the dasha of Venus or the seventh lord, this can mean. So again, this can also refer to problems with your sexual organs, erectile dysfunction, something to do with your private parts. So you got to check this again. So this is a bit similar to the situation if Venus is the ascended lord. Somewhat similar, but here it may not be directly pancreas. This is core sexuality. Okay. And if you have any distortions, sexual distortions, then yes, your ideally your prospect, if you are going for arranged marriage, so ideally, of course, should be aware. Otherwise, what happens after marriage? Oh, yeah, big trouble, right? Again, divorce. And suppose you don't have any sexual distortion, you are a normal person sexually, even then there could be issues, like you are not satisfied after having sex with your spouse, or your spouse is not satisfied. And when I'm saying not satisfied, it is not like once in a blue moon you are not satisfied. It's like perpetual dissatisfaction. There's something fundamentally wrong with your sex life. Okay, this can happen. Or it can mean you are not at all interested in having sex with your wife or with your husband, or you are too much into it, and your spouse, your partner is not interested. Then what happens? So either it is a problem of quantity, which means too much sex or no sex, or you are having sex in a normal quantity or reasonably, but yeah, the quality of sex is not good. You are not happy. You do it once or you do it 10 times a day, you are not happy. Okay, so this is what Venus can do. And of course, if the 10th house is involved and there are afflictions, Venus as the 10th lord is in a Dusthana house and all this. And if you're a male, you will have problems with females in the workplace. Very high probability, especially if Rahu and Mars are involved. This will happen. Okay. So therefore, that means if you are a male, you are a businessman, you should never hire a female secretary. Okay. And of course, the fifth house also should be somehow linked. Then there can be sexual scandals. If the fifth house is not linked, it will be something general. Some lady can come and put fake case against you, sexual harassment case, this case, that case, all fake, all nonsense. If Venus is associated with the 10th house, and suppose Dusthana lords are also sitting there, and of course we have so many other houses, right? If Venus is itself lording a Dusthana house, 8th house, or 12th house, 6th house, and the 5th house is also associated, then it can wreak havoc in your love life, your sex life. You can become addicted to prostitution, pornography. So basically, see, you need to understand what Venus is. Venus is married life, com- committed marriage with one person for the rest of your life. That is Venus. Okay. What is Rahu? Rahu is premarital sex. That's Rahu. And if Rahu is associated with Venus and Dusthana houses are involved, then and the third house is involved, it can become one night stand and all this. Very important. Otherwise, you will never understand what kind of problems can come because of Venus. Okay. So, if you feel that you have a problem with your Venus, first you identify what kind of problem is it. And as I said, there are so many other things which you need to check. So for example, I would like to remind you once again for the Lagna, I say, for the second house, as I said, if Jupiter is involved, and with the Lagna also, sorry, for the Lagna, I said, right? If Jupiter is involved, it can give you diabetes along with a problematic Venus, of course. So similarly, let's take the example of the fourth house. If something is there in the fourth house, Venus is associated. Venus is fourth lord or placed there, and badly afflicted or in a Dusthana house. Then you know that there will be some problems with my vehicles, my property, some craziness will be there. Okay. So you have to identify first what kind of problem it could be. And of course, for Venus, you need to check the D9 also, very important. Now you have checked everything. You have found out what is the problem. So for second house, as I said, if there are issues with your food, then you have to at least do one of the two. Choose when you are eating or choose what you are eating. You can't be reckless in both. So that's the first thing. Have a proper schedule, like you will eat 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 1 time a day, or 5 times a day, whatever. Generally, people eat 3 times a day. Sometimes people eat four or two also. So on an average, 3 times. So you fix, like, for example, you will eat at 8 a.m., then 1:30, then you will eat at 6 or 7, then that's it. You're done. Now, no eating in between. And of course, if sexuality is involved, if erectile dysfunction or some issue with the uterus is involved, you can't do much. Okay. But you have to take treatments. So take the necessary treatment that is required from allopathy or ayurveda, either ways, whichever suits you better. Okay, so there it will be purely the domain of medical science. There's nothing else you can do from your side. Okay, so this is number two. Number three, in general, if your married life is not good or there is sexual unfulfillment within the marriage, there are no physical problems like, there's no erectile dysfunction or some female problem, but in general, you are not happy with your marriage. Well, then, of course, it's the classic thing like, fast on Fridays. Okay, you must fast. Very, very, very important. Depending on the problem, if your married life is generally good, sometimes it is problematic. Then, yes, fasting till 12, no food, water, nothing. But if your married life is very bad, then no food till sunset. And if you're not getting married or you're on the verge of divorce or it is like, something very extreme, somebody is getting suicidal, then the whole Friday, no food, no water. So Thursday night you take dinner and then directly Saturday morning breakfast after sunrise. So Saturday before sunset you have to eat, and yeah, no, Thursday before sunset you have to have dinner before sunset Thursday, and then Saturday morning after sunrise breakfast. Nothing in between. 36-hour fast. If there are extreme issues with Venus, okay, which you will know anyways by default by your life. This is number three. And number four, very important, donations. Okay. Yeah, donations you must do. So on Fridays you can donate to horses, you can donate to ducks, you can also donate to Lakshmi temples, Lakshmi, Rukmini, Radha, Devi temple. You can donate something. Okay, whatever is required for that temple, go and donate. If nothing is there, just donate money. That's all. Need not worry much. Okay, just monthly contribution is important. So therefore, please understand, just because it is Venus, it is not always good. And please diagnose the problem and then please go and do the remedies. Okay, God is there with you all the time. Just look to him and you'll find him. And for personalized consultations, you can always go to my website down in the description section. In case you made it so far, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And yes, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to Exotic Astrology. Jai Siya Ram.